Yeah, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So today is a Monday. I don't trade on Mondays because thanks to backtesting, my strategy, forex strategy, which is not too different from my NAS strategy, doesn't work on Mondays. And Fridays, it never works on Fridays. Never. But Mondays, it usually doesn't work, right? But today was interesting, right? I was talking with a friend. He's a swing trader, and he was like, "Yeah, I am trading, you know, this entire range, right?" And I think his TP was like here, right? That doesn't matter. That's not important. But what is important, I was like, "Oh, he's bearish. I'm bearish, even though I'm not trading." And at the time, DXY was consolidating, of course, a bit, and it was moving up. I was like, oh, if it's moving, if DXY, if the dollar is moving up, if the dollar index is moving up, then every other pair should technically be moving down. And I just drew my, the things of my strategy. I'm like, okay, liquidity sweep, yeah, displacement, right, right. And then, and then I saw this. This was before 7, so this is usually not where we get our entry. And then I saw this candle forming. I was like, oh, this is probably the candle going to, enter this level, the 786 level, and then push down. And then, of course, if I was to trade this day, I would have also extended the clip to this, right? So let's just imagine that I took this trade. Right? I'm not gonna do it like sexy and on point and everything. I don't give a shit. So this is all just imagination, if you will, right? So of course, that's a 5, right? And then extended clipping it down here would have been a 9. Very cocky, but of course, right here, which where is my TP, that would have been basically partials. And when I do extended clips, I do half here and the rest wherever the TP is. And if the price action is really shit, then maybe there'll be another partial here. But yeah, case in point, it worked on this Monday. Well, I will have to see if it works next Monday, because again, today was a no news day, and price action was quite clear, and we weren't really necessarily stuck in a consolidation. I mean, if I remember, there was a fair value gap, 4-hour fair value gap, or daily, no, yeah, 4-hour fair value gap, which it tapped into here. This was Friday, so I was looking at this, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, because again, there's no retracement, right? Because at the time, pre-7, best you could have done was to draw this, and having to wait for this candle, you're never gonna be able to get in on this candle, right? So it never really retraces on this Friday. But I either way, I like to see what price is doing anyway. Because if you can learn from price action, then you learn something from price action, right? That's a win. And also, if you learn, you learn. If you learn and make money, then that's a double win. And if you learn and you lose something, that's still a win, if you ask me. Because you learn something, so you can maybe not lose next time. But yeah, anyway, done with that, right? So yeah, we weren't any really in any consolidation areas. So it kind of makes sense that of every Monday, this would be the Monday that my strategy would work on, right? But will I start trading Mondays now? I don't know. Have to do some back testing, have to do some forward testing. Forward testing basically being seeing the market do something that or seeing what the market does, and then, taking that into the data of how I'm going to trade my strategy. Basically back testing, but future instead of the past. Instead of doing it in the past, you're doing it to the future as the future becomes now, and then eventually the past. Deep shit. Anyway, okay, on pause. So this is the Monday of the week before, right? So I guess it's just different. You go a little bit more into Tokyo movements instead of just New York movements, because again, sorry, London movements, right? As the London session price action. So it's more based off of on Mondays. It's more based off of Tokyo price action than or Asian session price action than it is on London. Because every other day, as you can see, we really only care about London price action, right? So, and I should actually remove these, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Case in point. So yeah. I learned something new today, but this is just one example. But this does confirm what you know I was literally talking about for a few minutes ago, right? And I'm gonna check the week before, and I'll update. Okay, so this is the week before, right? So I mean, I'm not gonna be awake around these hours, but hypothetically saying, one could literally take the displacement from the open, trade, come into here, have an entry or just like a buy limit at the 786 level, and then trade that up to here, and then if they feel cocky, you know, New York high, right? But if one is to, yeah, you could get something like that, right? And then if you push it, yeah, no, you don't get shit. So, okay, so there is something you can get on Mondays. It's just a little bit different on where you draw the fib, what liquidities count, and what liquidities don't. But this is interesting. So today was a very interesting day, and it was a no trading day. Price action. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, gonna remove my drawings, but yeah, I learned something. I hope you did too.